combination side to be able to do that run, but it is scary down there. Taking a look while these players are getting ready, let you guys know Wichibu sent Starno out of today's competition with a 3-0 win against him.
Okay. And there we go. Looks like they're starting off game one. Raydish, of course, on the Red Raptor, and Hexo on the Nyx. Now that we have those blasters buffs as well, this is a character that we're going to be seeing way more of, I'm sure, in time. But just like has that high defense, has really strong signatures as well. And now with the side light changes, you can get some true conversions off of that as well. So blasters just has a lot more, I guess I'll say, like, permutations as far as like how it can approach the punish game, and that's going to be a huge thing to look out for here as we watch Raydish almost get the first stock.
Yeah, pretty almost a clean stock to boot. He's no pun intended, but he's definitely coming out here and getting the job done. Hexo is having a really hard time just getting his feet settled, being able to find some sort of offense. There we go. Finally, the recovery is going to connect. Nice. Second recovery is going to hit Raydish. Wait a second, he might turn it around, and a complete reversal of the first stock. You thought it was completely go towards Raydish, but Hexo, one good string, gets the job done, and now he has the lead.
Yeah, I mean, we could see Raydish kind of fisting for those D-lights with the boots earlier. Wanted to go for either D-lights here, recovery to get the stock, but it is going to be a falling orb Sayer that's going to lock things in for Raydish, but luckily for him, did not take too much damage there, right? I mean, Hexo looking for a weapon spawn. I think he has a scythe. Yes, there we go. Locked in. It's that autumn scythe from, like, I think, like, oh, that would have been disastrous for Hexo if he got hit by the Tatakai. You know?
It's still disastrous because he's just taking so much unanswered damage. Raydish doing a great job just kind of floating around those hitboxes.
Ooh, good
dodge. Dodge, bro.
The timing is crucial there as well, you know. Got to go right past the swoop as it's happening. But Hexo doing such a great job of putting Raydish in the corner, trying to see if Raydish is going to recover high. The answer is yes. In the jump, gravity cancel, and Sig. What a perfect punish. And that's a great showcase of Nyx as a legend there, because Mordax wouldn't have been able to get that with a gravity cancel and Sig, right? That is a specific Nyx special that we just got to see, that special coverage of this legend.
I am really impressed right now. Hexo has done such a great job adapting throughout this first game. Oh, Raydish gonna hit the Sayers, send him over flying, looking for the other one. Can't get the follow-up. He does hit the recovery, but whiffs the second one. Hexo able to make it back down to ground, whiffs the Sayer. Raydish, I thought he was gonna go underneath him, try and let the neutral Sig fly, but did not. But Hexo, another three-piece, went for the ground pound. Can he find it, Flambeau? Raydish gets the reversal.
Yeah, that was not much Hexo could do there. You know, try to drift away from the wall to kind of change the timing for Raydish to have to go for that down air, but at that point was gonna have to touch the wall at some point, and Raydish just executes there. But now, Hexo, I mean, just looking for the stock here. Raydish kind of has to play a perfect stock. Hexo gets the read with the N-Sig and just pops Raydish off of the top KO box and manages to snag game one, dealing about roughly 30 more damage than Raydish, but otherwise an extremely close game damage-wise. But going to that final stock, I mean, Hexo was plenty healthy.
No, that was actually hella close. That went back and forth that whole game. Raydish would get the lead. Hexo would get a good string. That was a battle back and forth. It looked like there towards the end, Hexo really did kind of have it figured out. Maybe had a little more of the mental advantage there at the end of game number one. But one thing we do know about Raydish is he is very versatile. He is very adaptive, and he can get in your brain and figure out his opponent.
Yeah, and the other thing about Raydish too is that if he needs to, he'll take a moment, you know, he'll slow things down, and that's fine. You know, I feel like a lot of people, whether it's their pride or what, don't consider that a viable option. Sometimes some of the best things you can do, especially in a platform fighter, is to just do less and then see what your opponent's response to that is. And a lot of the time, the answer is they don't have a response. A lot of their game plan can sometimes revolve about what you're doing, and so if you're not doing anything, suddenly they fall apart. So we'll see what the approach is going to be here, as Hexo always threatening that N-Sig on those blasters, right? You know that if he's hovering off the corner of the stage, that's always an option that you have to be wary of. But Hexo getting a reversal on Raydish, forcing him to the corner, tries to go for an N-Sig there, but doesn't get the read, and Raydish maybe going to go down here. We see the dodge from Hexo. Hexo's actually not going to touch the wall because, I mean, we saw the dodge, so he went way too low. The recovery isn't going to reach. And so, honestly, kind of a free stock for Raydish there, but now that Raydish has a lead, this might be tough for Hexo. I always say that. Raydish is one of those players who is much harder to face once he has a lead.
Yeah, we saw he had one last game and he ended up throwing it away as well. But he looks really nice here on this orb.
Oh, the stomp. Beautiful stalk from Raydish. That was so efficient. Wow, Hexo not even getting a chance to really recognize what happened there because Raydish just had the coverage. And look, he's going even further. Goes for another stomp as well.
Oh, okay. Raydish is kind of locked in here. Hexo is in big trouble in game number 2. He's trying to get in range, get something going on these blasters. There we go, Sarah into dare, weapon throw to the face. Raydish gonna fall down, finally that first stock, but Hexo he's already done.
Yeah, no, this is a tough one to come back from. I think you definitely got to be thinking about where your plan is going to be in game 3. Sidelight Sayer isn't quite enough. Raydish going to need one more of those, has the boots in hand. Enlight in the corner doesn't quite have enough juice, but he sees the dodge get burned early, so he goes for the weapon throw, and that's guaranteed because Hexo can't get out the way. And secures game number 2. And so now we have ourselves a beautiful, nice game 3 where it's 1-1 a pop, and Raydish made some beautiful adjustments here. I also think that if I'm Hexo, I don't know that I want to go to a stage with the wall so thin, you know? I mean, I think there's a part of it where, like, you know, as a Scythe player, it means some of your edge guards become easier. As a Nyx player, it means it's easier for you to set up those N-Sigs as well in the blasters. But I think Fortress of Lions will probably help out Hexo quite a bit.
We shall see as we settle into game number 3 here, all tied up. Oh. Okay, Hexo taking it low here, but both players had sweat beads dropping. Hexo has good stage control. Raydish trying to get in here and get his starters. Back-to-back nairs, caught him with the neutral light in a ground pound.
Oh,
hit him again, Raydish!
Stomping the yard on him, but beautiful delay from Hexo. Go ahead and drifting to the wall there, but it may not matter. Beautiful weapon throw, even better from Raydish to secure that knockout. And that's a few different times now he's been able to secure those knockouts with weapon throws. That time around, reading kind of a jump out of disadvantage. And Hexo, I mean, trying to answer back, gets caught by the D-Light on the dodge, though. You can see Raydish trying to extend his punish because of it, recognizing he can get a few more hits without interruption. But
it's really looking like Raydish has got Hexo completely figured out right now.
Let's see, Hexo, what is your response here? Needs to get these edge guards, goes for a down stick. I think it's the first one we've seen. Gets a down air into the side air. It's not going to be enough. Blaster is famously known for not being able to get knockouts particularly early. But, I mean, if you're Hexo right now, oh, he's not even going to grab the weapon.
Neutral sig. Ooh, he was floating in the air right there for you. Okay, and that is going to go ahead and take the stock. Hexo going to go ahead and even things back up. As Raydish is looking for that weapon drop. Can he get it? There it is, back on orb, and caught the landing. Oh, he tried to read off of the ground pound and found empty air.
Okay, let's see, Hexo getting an N-Light, and this time immediately going for the Nair because he saw after the first N-Light that Raydish didn't dodge. So when he found the second one, he said, all right, I'm gonna go for a second hit because you haven't been dodging on the N-Lights, bro. And so good job from Hexo making the adjustment really fast in real time. And this time Raydish is dodging off of the first N-Light. And so now they're playing the mini game a little bit, right? And that's how it should be.
Nice nair from Raydish just to get that last little extension before he had to come down and reset.
Nice recovery from Raydish, though, just doing it right. It looked like he was about to touch the floor. Nope, pressed recovery, caught you slacking just for a second there and was able to get that recovery and get the KO off the top as well. Because I always said, like, you know, that chalk room in my head always looked like if Sword and Orb had a baby. You know, and you can kind of see it with some of the combo structure as well, right? Where like you get like these, the D-Light into Nair, into recovery into Nair. But Hexo going ahead, getting a ground pound. It's not enough. What? Wow, man, that has to feel bad if you're Hexo, man. You're just trying to bring it down to the final stock, and then
Raydish just throws the most perfect Nair ever in the history of Brawlhalla.
That is insane. Yeah, no, you got to give it up.
Oh man, there we go, all tied up. Okay. Hexo, so he's bruised. He's battered.
He's hurt, dude.
The eyeballs are closing.
Oh man,
the lights are dimming.
And Raydish wants that orb. He wants the sidelight Sayer it out, or maybe even just a falling Sayer.
He just needs a Sayer.
Oh, tries to fade back with that one. There's the sidelight. There's the Sayer. It's not enough because he hits him too close near the center of the stage. We'll need that at least one more time, and there it should be more than enough. There we go. Raydish securing game number 4. Hexo struggling a little bit here.
Yeah, puts Raydish up 2-1 here. Oh, the way he was able to use those down sigs.
I know.
Oh, bro, it's so nasty. And especially off this epic skin where, you know, he's got it's not the boot, it's
like the Raven
it's a Raven
or something.
claw.
Yeah.
Oh no, super sick. And Raydish put himself in a good position. It looked a little rough for him in, after game number 1. Hexo came out really strong. But that is that experience of Raydish, that way he is able to adapt, the way he is able to pick apart and figure out his opponent.
I mean, that's why they call him the surgeon, right?
That's right. That's right.
That's why they call him the surgeon. You know?
No, you can
Pick
see
you apart.
Yeah, he's definitely picked Hexo apart here. Hasn't figured out. See if we're going to see any swap. No, Hexo just kind of, he's just a Knicks player.
Let's see what Hexo got to say here. I can't believe this. You know, unable to get these punches. These whiffs are just like so petite. Like the margin for error is so small here, it looks like. But Hexo finally able to get some hits there. I think he wanted that ground pound to hit on the stage and then accidentally went off stage. He might lose a stock for it. He does.
Oh, he does. Wow.
That's rough. Yeah, that is so rough. Definitely wanted the corner bounce and just barely missed it. And now down an entire stock due to effectively, I can't call it a misinput because it was intentional, but just misspacing, I guess.
A miscalculation.
Yeah.
And Raydish is good about being able to take advantage of those, reverse them, and extend the punish. Ooh, okay, dare of his own. Hexo whiffing on the downlight. That was a signature.
Let's see here. Nice sidelight again. The charged N-Sig. That was clean from Hexo. Still, if nothing else, able to get these reads with the Scythe N-Sig and secure knockouts with it as well. Those have been one of the best things in this entire set as far as being able to keep him in the game. Goes for a read with the N-Sig there and then pays for it dearly from a down sig from Raydish because he did not get that read. He did not have a dodge, and so Raydish says, I'm letting this one rip.
And rip he did, and now he is cruising his way to sending Hexo down to elimination side as Raydish is picking away at this final stock, 2 in his bag to be able to finish this out. Looking very good if you are Raydish right now.
And you can see Hexo is going for a lot more risky plays now, but it's because he doesn't really have a choice. He needs to make a big play to have a comeback happen, and part of it lies on Raydish making some kind of scary defensive decisions. But man, beautiful use of that red Raptor kit, right? Other characters probably not getting back there, but just rides it out like Ghost Rider and makes it all the way back to the stage. And now Hexo has to earn the stock even harder when he wants to be down to the final already. Another chance. Can he get the edge guard?
I mean, Hexo does have a little health left. If he can secure this stock and get it quick off of Raydish, but the more bonus damage Raydish gets, the more dire and futile this looks for Hexo.
Just can't hit him. Just can't hit him. It's so hard to force those openings with blasters sometimes. And Raydish with the retaliatory orb recovery is going to win the set over Hexo. 3-1. Valiantly fought from Hexo. Tried to make it happen, but I think blasters especially is one of those weapons that's really hard to make a comeback with because of just the amount of end lag on whiff on all of the moves, right? And so it's like you have to be so precise, so